movie and TV show review. Bad movie and TV show review. Sometimes they're good though.
I just knocked over the microphone. Oh my god. Bad movie and TV show. Okay. Anyways, special episode alert. Hey guys, hey, what's up? Special episode alert. I don't know what's been up with me in that voice lately, but the spreading the news voice for me has been I don't know, I've been doing it a lot lately. Anyways, this week special episode. Why? Because I'm getting my wisdom teeth out tomorrow and I won't be able to record any other time this week, and I also don't have enough to talk about for a normal episode, so we're gonna dive in and do a big detailed review of a new show that came out last week. Big spoiler warning for everyone who's listening, because I finished this show. It came out last Wednesday. I've been done with it for a while, and so if you're not done with it, I will be saying a lot. So you might just want to go on and exit and then come back when you finish the show. But what show are we talking about? Off Campus on Amazon Prime. If you know me, you know I love a good YA young adult. That means the same thing. YA show. Some sort of fake dating plot really gets me. A love triangle will really get me. People questioning themselves, going through college really gets me. I'm kind of sick of stuff being set in high school. I'm ready for all the college shows. I think that's why I loved the movie Roommates so much on Netflix, is because they took it out of the high school setting. I'm just so happy it was finally in college, and now we're getting more. We're being fed. Yeah. And Amazon Prime Video is really, it's cooking a little bit. I fear it's cooking because it just keeps acquiring all of these YA books into TV shows and movies, and I need more of it. I really wish I saved some of the show for while I'm recovering from my surgery, just because I don't know, I have to, I don't know, it's so comforting. I can't. The show is so good. Anyways, yeah, this is a big special episode. It's the first of this format. I did a while, 2 years ago, I talked about how I wanted to do stuff like this, where I wanted to have dedicated episodes for the segments, and I did a lot of it with Artist Spotlight, but I haven't really done it with Bad Movie and TV Show Review. I've done, obviously, the episode of Dio with all our movie reviews and stuff, but this kind of, huge overview of a show, and really, diving into it, I'm super excited about. Guys, look at the notes. Hold on. Actually, if you're a listener, the notes are 2 pages, single spaced. But if you're a watcher, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I have a character study for each of the main characters, because that's what we're doing out here. I'm a nerd and I take notes. I was taking notes during the show because that's just my life. It's my life. Don't you forget. Okay. So I was trying to think of a good format for this, just because I didn't feel like taking notes for all the episodes. Me and Dio did that for Love Victor, and then we kind of stopped doing it. So I didn't want to do it for all the episodes. I definitely just took general notes as the show went on. But for episode 1, I took for episode 1, I took detailed notes, just because I filmed a TikTok about it. So go check out my TikTok at gem_cast, to see my full review for episode 1. But I'm going to do the episode 1 review, and then I'll get into all the character stuff. So let's just hop right into it. I'm really trying to keep this an easy edit for myself, just cause I'm not trying to be chopping it up. So if I'm more organized than usual, that is why. Also, wait, can we talk about my tan, guys? Do we see I got a little tan going on? Especially in my face. I'm so happy to be back to summer. I never consider myself a summer person like that until this year, just because I've been in the house for so long because the weather's been so awful. But I've been outside for the past 2 days, and I have gotten a shade darker. But yeah, it feels much more like me, guys. It feels so much more like me. I do have a crazy like arm tan line. You can't really see it, but it's like all my bracelets and stuff on my arm impacted whatever. Okay, that's a little preview into my weekly recap because I won't be doing one today. Anyways, okay, let's get into what happened in episode 1. We meet Hannah Wells. That's the main character, Wellesley. I don't like her nickname of Wellesley, and it feels very forced from Garrett, but we'll talk about that later. And kind of the main one of the main premises of the show is that she is on a scholarship to go to this school, and the scholarship is through like her classical music, but they just got rid of a scholarship overnight, it seems. Does that actually happen? Can we like, is this too much? Am I too much of an adult now for like this to not work on me? Because I don't think that kind of stuff happens unless I'm just very naive. I don't think that happens, and that they would just cancel the scholarship and not tell you before school starts. Is kind of like ridiculous, but whatever. Like, we can find another plot device to make her have to explore like writing music again. Oh, like she's competing for like a new student came in and wants to be first chair, so now she has to like go do something. You know what I mean? I feel like there's another way to go about her having to switch into the pop and write the music and stuff without it being a scholarship disappearing overnight, because like I don't think that happens. God forbid I want my shows to be realistic. God forbid. Okay, and also just from the jump, the Disney Channel acting, it's giving Sky Jackson's like audition for Euphoria, like just a little bit, and I want a little bit more from them. Maybe they'll learn as the seasons go on. It was a little bothersome, but it's okay. Again, this is a sign of me aging out of this like YA age bracket. I am still considering myself a young adult. Okay? Dang. And okay, I talked about this a lot in the TikTok that I made for the first episode, but like you can just tell in the first episode, and I guess I'll kind of jump into it now, how much of a vibe the main like 4 hockey guys are. Like, this is such like a artsy fartsy campus. Allegedly it's supposed to be like an Ivy League that rivals Harvard, shout out, and that's also based in Boston. That's what I read like in other places. And it's very like artsy fartsy liberal arts, and like they have a good hockey team. But still the basis of the school is like we have the arts festival, and like we have Shakespeare in the Park where we get drunk and blah blah blah, and the hockey players are showing up to that. I've never experienced that. I was like that person in college that went to many of a college sponsored event. There was not a single, I don't even want to say hockey player, but like there wasn't a single like athlete at those things, or even less, like there wasn't a group of like guy athletes that showed up to these events and were like a full vibe at the event. Like that just didn't happen. And it was hard to like watch that in the show and be like, like, and to think that was believable, because I never saw that happen. But like, to all of my athletes that are out there right now, don't think you're too cool to go to school events, because you can be seen as like, oh my god, they like care about the community, they're just like us, blah blah. But like it just made the hockey boys so much more likable that they were participating in campus events and were like just like talking to the non-athletic regular people that went to this artsy fartsy liberal arts school. Like, on that though, they were always partying the night before a game, which I found to be a little bit crazy. Like, why are we going out like drinking, even if they weren't like heavily drinking? Why are we going out and staying up past like midnight the day before a game? Personally, no, mama, no. But I digress. Another thing about episode 1 that I just wasn't prepared for was the rated R-ness of this show. I'm so used to like the cookie cutter, like very vanilla cutaway scene of The Summer I Turned Pretty. But then at the same time, I know that Prime Video can get, sorry for all landscaping noises. I know that Prime Video can get down and dirty just because of like The Boys and Invincible. Like it can get very gory. So I know that they have that side of them that just like is the very HBO, in the sense of like nudity and like showing more rated R things. But when the first 5 minutes and I was seeing Garrett's, and I was seeing Garrett, and I screamed, because I was not expecting the shot to like come out and be fully just like blinded. I was like, am I watching Heated Rivalry right now? Am I watching Heated Rivalry? Because why am I seeing your butt? Someone mentioned guitar and tiny tats. Oh no, guitar and tiny tats. Go, leave me alone. Okay. Her main love interest, Justin, I'm good. I'm good, actually. And what's kind of funny is that at the beginning, I was sort of hating on Garrett a little bit because I was like, he's not even the finest man in the show. And he is. He is, like, he's one of them. Yeah, I was blind, but now I see. Like, I actually was just blind, but now I see. But yeah, like, so anyways, the Justin guy, like, I don't understand why I don't like him as a singer. I wish he was like maybe a basketball player or like some other sport. Maybe I wish he was like maybe like a soccer player. Like that would have been a little bit better for him. Australian or like rugby. Oh, the rugby scenes. If Justin was a rugby player and they were showing rugby scenes compared to the hockey scenes, bro, put me in the writer's room. Put me in the writer's room immediately. But yeah, his singing, I hate the cursive singing into you. It was just, I can't. And his songwriting was so bad. The Yellow Rain stuff, Yellow Haze, yellow. Clear. It was giving Clear. And I'm like, what? You're singing. Okay. You can see a lot of my immediate thoughts in this first episode of like how much of a hater I was, but I thought from the jump that Logan, I don't understand why wasn't he just named Logan, and I'll talk about this later too, but the fact that his name is John Logan, I'm calling him Logan for the rest of this. I immediately clocked that Logan was a baddie. He was a baddie, is a baddie, always will be, and that was my immediate thought about him. And I was like, he's like a baddie and the emotionally intelligent friend. What was I on that first episode? Because I clearly wasn't reading the room. But my first thought was that he was emotionally intelligent and a baddie, which one of those things is right. I wasn't aware that this was going to be a musical. I didn't realize that every episode was going to have some sort of song in it. I feel like they didn't advertise that unless I missed all the trailers. But I wasn't aware that we were going to have so much of her singing. Not that she was a bad singer, I just wasn't expecting that. And as with all Amazon Prime, especially like that happened with The Summer I Turned Pretty, the needle drops for this show were like sometimes a little bit, it was like a song every 5 seconds. And it was a song that just like said the perfect thing for the moment and they would just move on even if that's not what the song was about. Like it was giving The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I'm like, I'm so good. I thought I left that in 2020. I left that in 2025. Oh, okay. And then, oh yeah. I said, I wish athletics would show up to a school block party. They're so lame. Because they are! Okay. But yeah, I guess, okay, I'll do the character study first, and then I'll talk about my big main takeaway, because I don't know why that's out of order. But that's my review of episode 1. I was hooked immediately. I tried to split it up over the days, but I unfortunately watched 5 episodes in one day, and then the next day, in the morning, I just, like, went 6, 7, 8, ate my breakfast, and I was like, oh, I need more, and it ended so great. I'm like, I just can't. I'm glad they're filming it now, because I'm so sorry. You can release that by the end of the year. Like, have it be, like, a, December release would be amazing, but all these, like, streaming shows are so freaking lazy, bro. Okay, that's all I have for episode 1. Let's go into our character studies. Hannah Wells. To me, I couldn't place who she looks. She looks like a lot of different people. People are saying she looks like Lucy Hale. I agree. She looks like Shauna from Yellow Jackets, and who is the same actress as, I don't remember her name, from I was gonna say Lily. I have no idea what her name is. From Heated Rivalry, like the main girl love interest and like Shane's friend. They look so similar to me. And then Hannah looks like the girl from Cobra Kai. A little bit. Are we seeing it? A little bit. Some of the outfits that they were putting her in, like her like bunny outfit was cute in theory, just the corset was too small. Like it would obviously the whole point was to like don't have a waist over 6 inches. Like, yes, I can feel my waist shrinking when I saw that corset, but it was a little bit too small. And it's like on the topic of outfits, sometimes we can't get the outfits correct in a YA show. Like some like Belly's outfits, for example, in The Summer I Turned Pretty, were so like mom and millennial coded. I'm like, do people dress like that? Some of her outfits were like, I guess, good, but like in the first season, I'm like, in the second season, I think her outfits were a little bit better, but like I just want to see like just authentic post teenage early 20s outfits. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, would I ever get, okay, this isn't really a good example because this is just like my sort of style, but would we ever see Hannah in this type of outfit, like a baggy jean and like a tight top or like a loose top or like a off the shoulder vibe? Like all her outfits were just like tight tank top that were like pushing up. Like it was just kind of annoying. But I say all that to say that she was a baddie, but she could have been even more of a baddie if they just dressed her properly. Like, I just can't with her outfits. They were just so annoying. Anyways, her and those damn Apple headphones. I have those headphones as well. Okay, something is bothering me because it's like this piece of hair. Like, does anyone see that? I have the same pair of Apple AirPod Pro Max headphones, and I never lay in bed with those on just because they're so heavy and like bulky that you can never get comfortable unless you're like laying on your back. And who lays on their back? Weirdo. Yeah, so she was laying in bed with those dumb headphones on. I'm just like, girl, come on now. And Garrett had his little AirPods in, was laying down. Like, that makes more sense. Why you got those big bulky headphones on? That's so picky of me. Her song was bad. Like, I get, like, she was, like, finding herself and discovered, like, you know, herself throughout the show or whatever, but the song was bad. And I think we can all agree on that. And I don't have to be nice about it. Her song was bad. But, okay, I need everyone to envision this, right? Everyone envision this. Last episode, everyone's at the bar. Now, picture it as karaoke night, okay? Picture it as karaoke night. And what's her name? Allie and Dean, you know, they're having their conversation about sleeping with other people. He's like, I can't because I like you. And she's like, oh, but you need to because I did sleep with somebody else. Whatever. What's her name? Hannah goes up to do karaoke and she's like, I want to do Mr. Brightside. Started off with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. And she's falling asleep. And as Hannah's saying that, Carter St. James / Hunter Davenport walks in slow motion. And Allie's like, wait, that's the guy I slept with. And then slow motion, Dean turns around. He's like, no way. And it's just now she takes off her dress. That's just the price I pay. Destiny. And then it cuts to Bo and he's like, that's Hunter Davenport. And then he goes up to Dean and they start fighting and it's like, I'm Mr. Brightside. Cut to black. And when I said put me in the writer's room, I wasn't joking. 'Cause now Mr. Brightside just has a whole different meaning to it. I'm going to have everyone think back. Tell me lies. Roommates. What could have been like the meaning of Mr. Brightside, that like the betrayal, the love triangle-ness of like what it brings out in a scene could have happened here. We could try to do it next season, but this was like, I need whoever is on the social media team for the off campus like TikTok or whatever to like put that, like to have that scene on TikTok and be like spoiler warning, and then put Mr. Brightside as the or as the sound. You're welcome. Put me on your marketing team, thank you. Last thing I'll say about Hannah is that a pina colada is always at the scene of the crime. Okay, moving on to Garrett. Actually, let me get some water. Water break. If my stomach starts making noises, it's because I just drank water. Anyways, Garrett Graham. I wish his name was just Graham. I really like the name Graham. The name Garrett, like, I just can't take, like, my voice is always gonna crack when I say Garrett. Like, it just actually will, because I can't stand the name Garrett. It just, like, bothers me. No offense to all my Garretts out there, Garrett Watts. But I don't know. It's just like I can't take it seriously, and I just a lot of the hockey players, I just wish their name was their last name, like including Logan and Tucker. The fact that his name is not Tucker, I love the name Tucker as well. Anyways, I wish his name was just Graham. An Italian man in a backwards Boston flat brim hat. I wish I could see a picture of an Italian man with a backwards Boston Red Sox flat brim hat. Wish I could see that. I have no idea what that looks like. Does anyone know what that looks like? Yeah. Moving right along. He gives major Heath Ledger vibes. At first I thought he was Australian, but obviously I did my research and he is not. But he gives like major Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You energy. It's just like, he's just cool, you know? But like internally, he's freaking out a little bit about how much he likes this girl. And I knew I recognized him because I watched that like Netflix movie Along for the Ride, like whenever it came out during COVID or whatever. And I remember watching and being like, hey, who's this dude on the bike? And then when I saw him in the show, I'm like, why does he look so familiar? He low-key looks like the guy from, oh my gosh, what is that? Oh, he's in Shadow and Bone. One of the main guys from Shadow and Bone. He's in a movie called Upgraded with Camila Mendes. The other Zoe with Catherine Langford. He's in Alien Romulus. I know him mainly from Voyagers, which is like this COVID movie with Lily Rose Depp. But yeah, Archie Renee. I think it's Renault. Oh wait. He has a kid? Wait, he has a kid? He's married? He has a kid. That's 6 years old. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, before I got sidetracked. At first I thought that Graham was that dude from Shadow and Bone. They low-key look kind of similar. Anyways. Just loud for no reason. I thought that his whole character arc I thought was really good. I just think he was so misunderstood about, like, his dad stuff. And it was so just, like, he was just so misunderstood. It just, it was so frustrating. Especially how it impacted his relationship with Logan. I was just like, can we please, like, just tell him? And also, like, he didn't have to tell Logan about the fact that his dad was abusive, but like, Logan, are we not picking up on the fact that like he actually just doesn't want to be around his dad, and it's not because he's being like an a-hole about it. He's like, you can't tell that there's like an uncomfortableness that he feels when you like force his dad to be around. I just like don't understand how Logan didn't pick up on that, and that's why it's even more confusing why I called him emotionally intelligent in the first episode, because he just wasn't picking up on that. Also, the fact that the dad was the guy is like the main, like the neighbor from Shameless. No idea. I had no idea. He looked so different, and I knew I recognized him, but I had to like Google it because I'm like, why does he look so familiar? At first I thought the whole thing about like Garrett's mom dying was a lie, just because I I think I might not have been paying attention to what it was that she died from. I think it was cancer. But I think in my brain, I thought he was telling Hannah that so, like, he could, like, protect the mom, I guess. Or, like, to say that I thought it was, like, going to be a commentary and, like, she left him with the, like, she left Garrett with the dad and he had to, like, suffer the abuse and he, like, just kind of wrote her out of his life. But it actually was, like, that she died. And I'm glad they kept, like, it wasn't a lie because there were no lies between them, which that's something I really, really enjoyed about the show is that they were, like, very true and authentic to each other and, like, like, there was so much trust between them so early. I love a good trust. It's just, okay, and this is another thing that'll come up for Dean. It's just, like, about the whole fake dating thing and, like, men especially being like, I don't do girlfriends. I don't do girlfriends. Sorry, girl that I'm with right now, but I don't do girlfriends. So don't catch feelings. We're in agreement about that, right? And that happens so much in these kinds of shows or whatever. And it's like kind of frustrating because he very much could do a girlfriend and he very much did. And why are you saying you couldn't do a girlfriend if you are the one that fell first? You are the one that fell first for Hannah. She was like happy to be like before she kind of realized herself, but she was still on like major like beeline focus on Justin. She won't think about you, Garrett. She won't think about you, and it's just so frustrating because like this, it's always up to men when they are available for things. It's so annoying. And just another small thing that's also Tell Me Lies related. Tell me that Garrett Graham doesn't sound like Steven from Tell Me Lies. Moving right along. John Logan. Again, I wish his name was Logan. Why is it John? And like I said before also, like my first thoughts were very, very wrong about him. But I did foresee him in a sense being a villain. Not necessarily having the crush on Hannah, but like being... And this moves into the next thing of like the trope of I'm the poor friend and I am always pocket watching the rich friend and like being like you don't experience the same problems as me because you're rich and all that. And I hate that character trope. It's not a character trope I like to see, and I'm sad because he low-key was one of my favorite characters at first and then he did that. So that was his character for the rest of it. And he just like wouldn't change. You know what I mean? It took him like obviously he's doing a character arc, but does it even seem like even now he's gonna change because he still asked for Hunter Davenport to show up to the bar because you want to win so bad. Come on. So yeah, don't PMO Logan. Actually, don't PMO. And he's a musical theater baddie. Oh, and dated Renee Rapp. Oh, right. Let's get on to my pride and my Joyce. My Gen V baddie, Dean De Laurentiis. Because the second he showed up in Gen V season 2, oh yeah. And then when I saw the his promo pictures go crazy, bro. Like actually go so crazy. He just like, yeah. Yeah, every time he was on my screen, I was like fully like invested in the show. His friend, and also his friend Bo Maxwell is my favorite baddie from Cruel Intentions on Prime. Cruel Intentions on Prime is actually a really good show. Now that I like started watching, I never finished Greek, and I have to go back to it. It's just I haven't gotten the chance to go back to watching Greek. But low-key Cruel Intentions is a more high-end, sophisticated Greek show, and I really liked it, and I think I watched it twice. I liked the original movie, but the show was a lot better. And yeah, my favorite baddie from that show, I forgot what his name is, but he's the guy that got basically his whole thing is that he got hit in the head with a can and it like knocked him out, and I think it caused brain damage because I think it just caused brain damage. And they like took advantage of him and the fact that he didn't remember stuff to like get him to like get his dad to invest in the school, something like that. So I really enjoyed his character on that show. So when I saw him show up in this show and for him to be best friends with Dean, my baddies for life. My baddies. I'm like that picture of the girl that like is like this and the two guys are around her like that. That's literally me. And Dean is another one of the guys where it's like, I don't do girlfriends. I just hook up with a lot of girls. And then immediately falls for a girl. So you can do girlfriends. You can. Allie. She bothered me a little bit. And I didn't really understand, like, nothing about her character gave that, like, she was in this, like, long-term relationship with that guy, like, Sean, like, no, like, she was giving baddie that was, like, this is, like, not to like, shame her, but this is just, like, the kind of character I was envisioning, is that she is, like, this girl that just, like, has a lot of boyfriends and, is really strong at the beginning and then lets go. Not the type of character that's like in this strong committed relationship and then kind of is like in and out of it. Like, that's not what she gave to me. I wish her character was more of like in a lot of relationships, and then she finally kind of settles down and is only like hooking up with Dean. Like, that's the only person that she's hooking up with, and she doesn't know how to feel about. I just wish her character was like that, but whatever. And call this a hot take, but her boyfriend was awful. This is such a small thing, but like me, I pick up on small things, and like I remember small things that bother me, and that shows that like you kind of don't care. But the fact that he left, he's dressed up as her boyfriend Allie. They're Allie's boyfriend Sean. They're going as J-Lo and Ben Affleck to like this duo's party, and he left the Dunkin' Donuts cup in the car. And then it took, I don't know if this was, like, intentional or not, but it took him, like, forever to come back. Like, I don't know. It just shows that you, like, not that you don't care, but, like, she really was, like, she's so theatrical, and you, like, missed one of the, I don't know. Is that too judgy? That's just one of the things that I kind of know, so I'm like, bruh. And then, like, her just, like, I don't know, wanting to, like, her wanting to spice things up, and him being just, like, shutting things down. I don't know. It did kind of feel like he was like stifling her spirit a little bit, but also on her to like recognize that, you know, sometimes he might be uncomfortable, or like that she should also have to adapt to him. But like that's all she was doing, was adapting to him. And she wanted to let that kind of free spirit out, and he like low-key wasn't letting her. So yeah, I thought he was awful, and it's also maybe my lack of a prefrontal cortex, but, I don't really know the timeline of how this show worked for this season, but I was under the impression that they broke up, and then, she hooked up with Dean, like, a week after, maybe, and then, like, they had been hooking up for, like, around a month, and then, like, he came over, so the scene where, like, he came over, and then he, like, had to run out, and then he forgot the coat, and then Allie went to the door because she heard a knock, and was like, oh, here's your coat, and then it actually was Sean at the door. I was under the impression that it had been, like, a month since they'd broken up, and he goes to her, he's like, Allie, he looked disgusted. And that bothered me, because you were the one trying to be like, don't come crawling back to me, blah, blah, like, we clearly can't be together. But you're disgusted when she's finally trying to move on. Pick a side, man. Pick a side. Actually, just pick a side. Ugh. I screamed at my TV and I said, F Sean, for real. Because why are you calling her a hoe, low key? For, like, I just don't, just the way, it was just the way his face was to him, like, oh, you pulled a baddie, Sean. Like, why are you sitting here looking disgusted right now? Like, oh my god, you never even tried to like win her back or like apologize. He just was so frustrating. I hope he's not in the next season, because he bothered me, and I want her to just be free. You know what I mean? I want her to be free. My miscellaneous characters, my pit baddie Mateo, aka Tucker, his little bit with the fruit was so funny, because when he was joining the frat, and when they were at the drunk Shakespeare thing, when they were like cutting back and forth and doing the montage of the show, and his fruit just like kept getting bigger throughout the show. I thought that was so cute. And he really was there for like the comedicness of it all, and I really want him to have a love interest. I didn't really see anything happening there. I just thought he was so adorbs, and or just like like a little, or him pulling like a baddie or something. Like I just need something really interesting when it gets around to his story, just because like I feel like it's gonna get old at some point. But yeah, that's my baddie from the pit, and we're only 2 years apart, chat. I didn't know that. Okay, and like I said, the hockey boys are a vibe. Okay, me ranking them from bottom to top, the 4 hockey guys. No, all of them are great. It was really hard to do the ranking. At the bottom, at the pyramid, Mateo. We love you from, his name's not even Mateo, it's Logan. Oh, it's not Logan, it's Tucker. John Tucker, by the way. His name's not even Tucker. Okay, at the bottom of the pyramid, Mateo / Tucker. You are my pit baddie. I love you in the pit. I like you in the pit more than in this show, but that's a whole other conversation. So at the bottom, Mateo. At number 3, and this was hard, I'm gonna have to say Logan. I'm sorry. These are all like, if you were to put points on these, they're all like 0.0001 points apart. But yeah, we're gonna put Logan at number 3. Number 2, second highest on the pyramid, is going to go to my boy Garrett Graham. Baddie. Garrett Graham in the backwards hat is number 1, but just Garrett Graham plain is number 2. Number 1, going 2 for 2, is my boy Dean. And put him in backwards hat, then what? And then also my baddie from like, all my baddies from all my other, this is how you know I consume too much TV, because all these people just have different names for me. Wait, isn't his name? Yeah, my baddie from Paradise, Carter St. James / Hunter Davenport. Hey, Charlie Evans. Hey. Like, prolonged shots of his body and him being, like, in the middle of a love triangle. I'm like, I just, my brain can't, computer, like, my brain can't handle that. The ending was great. I'm so excited for season 2. And I think I also renewed for season 3, but I could be wrong. The overall rating I would give the show, chat, 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. They better get working on that next season, or else. And I better see it by the end of this year. Thank you very much. Okay. That's it for today's episode of the KNQ podcast spin-off / bonus episode Bad Movie TV Show review for the show Off Campus on Prime Video. Make sure to go watch it and then comment down below what your favorite parts were and your pyramid ranking of all the hockey boys. For future episodes of this format, I think the next Descendants movie comes out this summer. Me and Dio plan on watching it, so I'll probably talk about it then. And then look forward to the Love Island recaps this summer. Guys, we're 2 weeks away. Right? Chetana? Did I lie? We're 3 weeks away. Okay, we're 3 weeks away. From Love Island. Normal episode next week. I'll have plenty of time to film. I'll talk about more of my by myself maxing, my wisdom teeth surgery, my Memorial Day weekend. We'll have a big fun chat about that. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram at king.notqueen, also on TikTok at king.notqueen. Also follow me on TikTok at gem_cast. Again, it's gem_casts on TikTok. If you want to email me any movie suggestions, show suggestions, song, albums, artists, internet drama, if you are a brand and you want to work together, you can email me at king.queenpod. Again, it's king.queenpod, don't forget the pod, at gmail.com. I have been Nina. This has been Bad Movie TV Show Review. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. Yeah.